It's Wednesday night. It is time for Super Geeked Up. Welcome to the pre-Thanksgiving episode of your weekly geeky pop culture show. My name is Jeff. Thank you so much for geeking out with us.
And I'm Nicole, and like Jeff said, this is your weekly geeky pop culture show called Super Geeked Up. If you're just watching for the first time, we always have really awesome guests from all over the web, like tonight, and we play really fun geeky games and talk about what's going on in the world of geeks.
Hey, I'm Tanya, and you can follow along on Twitter at SuperGeeked using the hashtag SGU. And we like to start things off with the Geek Tweet of the Week. Jeff.
Geek what was that?
I tried, man. It came out really weird. Geek Tweet of the Week. It's the tweak of the week. We're tweaking the tweet of the week.
Oh my gosh, I like tweaking.
Yeah.
Let's just make it a tongue twister this week.
All right, yes. So before we get to the Geek Tweet, just let you know, folks, we got a lot of awesome stuff coming up on this show. Hey, plus, first off, it's our 3-year anniversary, so that's really amazing.
Guys, happy anniversary!
Thank you very much. So we packed the show with tons of stuff. 2 awesome games, Smitten superheroes, geeky dating profiles, a lot of romantic superhero stuff going on the show tonight. And we also got jam-packed with geeky news and stuff to talk about. Hunger Games, Jessica Jones premiere, Civil War trailer, and Legends of Tomorrow trailer just dropped. So lots of stuff to be talking about. All right, anyway, let's get to the Geek Tweet of the Week, which is, this is actually our friend Deepu at the Deepu suggested this. Since it's our 3-year anniversary, he's like, hey, why don't you do a trilogy theme? So we were talking about what our favorite trilogies are, which could be movies or books or pretty much anything you want. So let's start with Nicole. What is your favorite trilogy?
Yeah, I thought about this a lot, and there's so many great ones out there. But what I think kind of stands the test of time and is transcends genre is the Toy Story trilogy.
That's not the trilogy I thought you were gonna do.
Yeah, but it's
right.
You're right. Yeah.
All right, no, awesome choice.
Very good. Surprising choice.
It is.
For you, very surprising. Anyway.
Tanya?
I have two. Hunger Games, the books. I loved the books. They're great. Obviously because the movies are not a trilogy because there's 4 of them. And also, Dr. Horrible Sing-Along Blog was originally released in 3 stages for free by Joss Whedon, and they broke the internet each time. So that was an amazing trilogy when it was done for free.
All right, well, you're okay. I guess I do.
It's a trilogy. It was a trilogy.
Right. Yeah, I know it was released in 3 parts.
It was a trilogy. It totally counts.
I feel like it's all right, fine. I'm just
totally counts.
All right, so mine is actually. I thought Tanya was going to say this. Mine is, of course, the original Star Wars trilogy. For me, there is nothing greater in the entire universe than that. And I will give a secondary choice, so I'm sure everybody knew I was going to say that. Another trilogy I absolutely love and think is amazing is Back to the Future trilogy.
Oh yeah.
Of course.
Yeah.
Completely. You're not alone in your Star Wars love. Earlier in the week on Facebook, Sarah Moore says obviously the original Star Wars trilogy because we all know how weird she gets over that. But her 10-year-old daughter would like to add The School for Good and Evil, a trilogy of books about where fairy tales come from.
Oh. Yeah.
I want to read it now.
Me
That
too.
sounds really cool.
Yeah.
That's not really cool.
Yeah,
There
was a lot of Star Wars.
We'll share some other answers from Twitter and Facebook in a bit, and please feel free to tweet in live at SuperGeeked, hashtag SGU. Chris Hadley at Film Writer 4 says, Happy Thanksgiving, you guys. Happy Thanksgiving, happy anniversary. That's what he says. Okay, thank you, Chris, very much.
Thank
you, Chris.
And Deepu says, Great Toy Story is a great trilogy. Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right, let's go to our guests. Let's get answers from our guests here. Their favorite trilogy. Christina?
I think the Divergent trilogy, the books, were some of my favorites. It was such a refreshing thing for me to see a female protagonist who kicked ass and who really didn't need to be rescued in the end. She was quite the hero the whole way through, and I felt like as a teen character, she really reflected certain vulnerabilities in such of a teenager, but she was so rooted in her core and had such character, such kind of internal compass, while still having that reality of kind of the angst, the passion, the grit that teens can have. So I think that would be my favorite.
Nice.
Very
Awesome.
cool.
Nice. And mine, because I'm a filmmaker, I gotta say the Godfather trilogy.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
It's not. I mean, I know even part 3. I mean, people don't like it, and I guess there are some performances that people don't like. But I felt like the movie itself was fantastic. When he's like, every time I think I'm out, they pull me back in, and you're like, yeah. I don't know. I just love those 3 movies. I can watch them every year and be fine with it. I love them.
Our honeymoon was spent watching The Godfather.
Because you'd never seen it.
So.
And I was like, oh my God, we're starting our life together. And you haven't seen it.
And how did I not know this before I said I do? So we're correcting this as soon as possible.
When it was done at that point, yeah.
She's like, I've been hiding this secret.
Oh gosh, that's so funny.
It's amazing.
So yeah, that's ours. Yeah.
Very nice.
Awesome.
From earlier in the week on Facebook, Amber, I can never say her last name right. Amber.
You can say Amber
Sweet-
Nadine.
Amber Nadine. Okay, that works. Article 5 by Kirsten Simmons, which is a book series.
Cool.
From Twitter, from our friend at Chop Saki Boom, says,
Yes.
do you need to even ask, Super Geeked Up? Hellboy, Hellboy 2, and fingers crossed, Hellboy 3.
Aww.
There you
Not
go.
a surprise.
She's too funny.
Darlene. Ryan Ward as the expanded, the original Die Hard trilogy, Yippee-ki-yay, motherfucker.
Oh, yeah.
And
Nice.
yeah, must-watch Christmas movie.
Right? Yeah.
Exactly. It's a great
That
Christmas
is the best
movie.
Christmas movie.
So
It
good.
is. It is.
I mean,
And
it kind of
Hunter's
ties
Run.
with Home Alone, but that could be another trilogy that people like, Home Alone.
Actually, that's true. It could be.
Although I
Interesting.
think the third one was like a different kid, though.
It was.
Right?
I think it was. Yeah, it was a different character. Yeah. And Hunter's Realm sells for books the Star Wars Thrawn trilogy.
Yes.
I don't know what that is.
No, that was the original Star Wars novels ever by Timothy Zahn, the best ever too.
Oh, nice. Cool. For movies aside from the original trilogy, meaning Star Wars, I'd go with the Rodriguez Mariachi trilogy, and I'd also add Eastwood's Man with No Name trilogy.
Cool.
What's the Man with No Name? Is that what bunch of westerns? What is?
I think so.
I think so. Yeah.
I don't know.
I could be wrong, but I want to. No, it wouldn't be
Twitter?
that. Yeah, Twitter, tell us what movies are part of that, please.
I haven't seen it, but Clint Eastwood's awesome, so I love
great.
that answer.
He is awesome.
Right.
All right, cool. Let's see, and big welcome back to Crodius on Twitter. He's one of our awesome fans, and he's finally back watching live tonight. So thank you. Great to have you here, Lacrodius.
Yay!
Yay!
I promise
Oh,
to make
and I also-
half an hour of the stream. I won't actually.
Awesomeness plus 10. I also want to do a quick shout out to someone who actually came to watch SGU live at TO Webfest, tweeted today saying he finally got to watch last week's show and loves us and is watching from now on. So, hey, Peter Kelly, if you're watching,
Hey!
thanks for
Yay!
discovering us.
All right, good. Everyone should love us. I agree. All right, lots of cool stuff coming up. We're going to play Smitten Superheroes in just a bit. Tons of geeky news. Hunger Games, Jessica Jones, Civil War, Legends of Tomorrow. But first, Nicole, let's talk to our guests.
Yeah, I'm going to introduce our amazing guest tonight, and you actually might remember Christina Wren, the beautiful Christina Wren. She's been on before with the gang from LA Macabre, and so she's here tonight. And then we also have the amazing Demetrius Wren, and they are here, and beautiful, and they are here to talk about their new show, Lusa. So I'm going to kick it over to them, and they can give you guys all the deets on this awesome show.
All the deets. Oh my goodness, I like this.
Deets.
Yo, what's up, y'all?
Reels.
Yo, what's up? I gotta lick my lips a lot, like LL Cool J. Yeah.
Oh my gosh. I'm sorry.
All right. No, I liked it. I'm gonna talk more like that. So, Lusa, it's fantastic that you guys wanted to have us on the show about this web series that we made literally by ourselves, which I guess most people do that. They make web series by themselves. But, Tina and I have always loved working together and just like brainstorming ideas. And this particular show came after we were sitting at a coffee shop trying to figure out what our favorite shows were. And so many times when you're making a web series, you kind of limit yourself because you think, oh, well, we won't have money. We can't do this. We can't do that. So let's just do something in our apartment, handheld, and call up our friends.
Two people talking on a couch.
Exactly. And there's nothing wrong with that, but we kept thinking, when are we going to just at least try to do some of the stuff that we like? Because obviously we like sci-fi films. We like movies like Children of Men, District 9, all these great things. Why don't we try to do something? And so we started brainstorming, and then we took a road trip through the desert, and then Christina, brought out her laptop and started writing a script. And we literally had 6 hours between LA and Phoenix to write what we thought we could do and see if we can pull it off. And that's where Lusa came up. And, Tina, you can talk about some of the themes, too, that we, really cared about as well.
Yeah, I mean, I think that at the time, we knew we wanted a strong female protagonist. We knew that we were interested in a kind of post-futurist dystopian society, and we were interested in exploring a world that's polarized and where neither side is really pure. I think that right now we're in a time that feels like almost constant war, quite frankly, and for us to kind of look at different parts of this society and sort of realize that no one's hands were clean in this world, and what then happens, and then if someone is sort of rising up trying to be good or trying to be a hero, what are they up against, And in many ways, the Lusa that exists online is a prologue. It's sort of the backstory of how she becomes who she ultimately is meant to be.
Exactly. Yeah.
That's amazing.
That's amazing.
So when can people watch it?
Yeah, we have all the episodes from the prequel that she talked about. We have both blogs as well, because the blogs are kind of a traditional web thing, and we did a lot of work on. We used to work for this channel called Rocket Boom, and that was kind of like a vloggy thing. So we did like the first 6 episodes like that.
They're like a hacked broadcast.
Yeah.
So basically, she's breaking into the morning news and sort of trying to start a revolution. So the first 6 episodes are those.
And then the second 6 are like live action, actual episodes with like visual effects, and you're in the city, and you're in the dirt, and you're in the ground. And that kind of takes up the whole 12 episodes of the first season. And if you simply Google Lusa, L-U-S-A, Revolts, you'll come up with all the either, tweets, some of the YouTube stuff, because our videos are kind of also hidden on different channels because we wanted the first hacked broadcast to seem like it's coming from someplace else. And so, and Cody Gallo, who's an AD in the business, like an assistant director, but he also wanted to work on doing some of the tweets and stuff. So he kind of had this third character with our Lusa Revolts hashtag on Twitter, that he kind of created this whole separate entity as if like the news is like tweeting out about the world. It was a very cool idea.
Yeah, it was really cool.
Yeah, it was our first time.
Interactive and immersive. That's amazing.
Yeah. So that's our show. Yeah.
Yeah. And what else are you guys working on? Tell us. We know, but tell everybody else.
Tell everybody else what you're working on.
We know what you're working on.
And what you're allowed to say.
Yeah, what you're allowed to say.
What I think you're hinting at is I'm in the upcoming Batman v Superman film, reprising my role as Carrie Farron.
Oh my God!
We had no idea. Oh my gosh, this is news to us.
I know, surprise. But yeah, so that comes out in March, which we are hella pumped about, and definitely is starting to buzz. We filmed so long ago that for us it's been something that has been in the back of our minds for a while, and it's really, really exciting that it's finally almost here. So we have to wait like everybody else. We're like the fans too. Just can't wait till it comes out.
Yeah.
You don't even get invited to like a pre-screening thing at all?
We will, but that's like not very far ahead of the like 2 weeks ahead, maybe.
2 weeks maybe.
Which is great. But as of right now, when people wonder how it is, I'm like, I know it's awesome, but I haven't seen it yet. Yeah.
Can you tell us a bit about like what it was like on set?
Yeah, it was incredible. Zach is such an amazing director, and he has worked with a lot of the same crew on most of his films. And so there's such a tight-knit group, and they're just all such cool people because he's really curated a group of folks who are awesome at what they do, and they're also awesome to be around. So it's quite a family environment, and you know, it's obviously exciting and thrilling, and also he's just an incredibly creative person, and you can just sort of feel his energy buzzing, and he's figuring out what's going on in the room and what happens here, and stuff's on the screens here, and you know, there's all sorts of, it's all a wonderful fantasy world, so it's a pretty neat thing to be a part of.
Yeah.
Well, Demetrius, you got to spend a day on set. Do you want to talk a little about that?
It was amazing because, like, you gotta hear me out. One of my favorite television pilots in the world was the Lost pilot. You remember that pilot? I'm sure everyone's probably seen the Lost pilot. And so, like, the DP for the Lost pilot, as well as all this other awesome stuff. But I've been so into Larry Fong since forever. And then, of course, Zach, the director. I remember watching, you know, what was it, Dawn of the Dead and 300. I think I'd just gotten out of college at the time and just, like, loved 300. And so when they said that I could come on set, and then when I showed up, Zach pulled up a chair next to him and said, "Sit next to me." And while he was directing, you know, these scenes, and then the director of photography, Larry Fong, comes over and sits next to me. So I'm in between these two, like, giants. And Larry's playing magic cards, I think, with me in between. And I was just like, oh, my gosh. And then I would ask him questions. Like Magic the Game? No, not Magic the Game, but like... Magic Trick.
I was like, he plays MTG. Like,
totally. I'm sure he does. Well, I played it once at a family event and lost because I was playing Magic the Gathering, but I didn't know how to play, so I was picking cards based on the pictures.
That's what I do, too. I'm terrible at it. I'm like, this is pretty.
Yeah, exactly. They're like, this Dragon Warrior thing looks awesome. And then people are like, you don't have enough mana or whatever. And I was like, what is that? You know, anyway. So, I was like,
in real life, a Dragon Warrior would win, just saying.
I know! Exactly. But back to the main story, just sitting next to them, and then whenever I would have questions, or like Zach had books and books and books of storyboards that he had just had there, and I was just like able to just ask him anything about, you know, as a directors, we don't actually hang out with other directors. We're usually the only one on set. So to be able to sit and watch another director work, even for a day or whatever, and just to ask them questions, and they were so nice, because they love Christina so much that they didn't mind me asking questions. You know, I wasn't there. They were like, oh, this guy who's married to the great girl that we hang out with, he must be great through association, which has gotten me through life so much since I married her. you know. So anyway, but so it was fantastic to be there, and I really thank them and Tina for inviting me. So it was cool.
That's so neat. You guys are so cute.
You're adorable. Like, adorable. We usually reserve the term adorable to Nicole, but you guys are adorable.
No, you are adorable. You guys are so cute together. I love it.
That's amazing, man. I'm very jealous that you got to do that. That's awesome.
Yeah. Well, it was fun for me too, because you know, so much of this is shrouded in secrecy, and so I really don't tell him much about it because of that. Yeah. So to have him be able to share in some of it was really fun, to be able to come home and hear how his experience was with it and swap some stories that was
How is it, Christina, being involved in something where there is so much excitement and so much, like, you don't have to be like, when you're an actor and you're like, I booked a gig, people are like, oh, what is it? Have I seen it?
Right.
Like, how is it to be part of something that you don't need to do that? Like, it's like, I'm in this. Like, how to be part of that whole, like, thing, the machine. Like, how cool is that?
I mean, it is awesome. It's awesome for so many reasons. I mean, one that you're sort of touching on, which is it just kind of is a nice end to, like, any catty conversation someone wants to bring up. If they're like, oh, you're really an actor, what have you done? Oh, have you seen the recent Superman movie? They're like, oh, so it's like, we don't have to go there, which is really nice. But honestly, I was such a big freaking fan of Superman since I was tiny. We used to watch the Christopher Reeve movies growing up, and we're just obsessed. My brother and I would safety pin towels to our shirts and run around the yard, and my mom would sing the theme song, the John Williams theme song, and she made my brother a full-body Superman costume, and he would wear it like every day. We had all of the DC toys. We had, So for me, and when I was auditioning for this, I didn't know what it was for,
That was gonna be my next question. How was the audition process?
Yeah. Well, it was wild for me. So I got an email randomly that I had done this very ridiculous hummus commercial for Athenos that went viral, and an old Greek yaya called me a prostitute on national television, and it kind of made some waves. And I got an email that I really thought was like some friend of mine being a jerk, making up fake email addresses or something, because it was, "Hi, Christina. A Hollywood director has seen your hummus commercial and would like you to audition for an untitled Warner Brothers project. Please send us a video of yourself doing the attached sides." And I was like, bullshit, like, right, you know?
Come on. You're like, whatever, dude. Screw you.
Yeah, pretty much, you know? And I mean, honestly, thankfully, I mean, I would have done it anyway, but I was sort of like, this can't be legit. And it was just, I was like, we have to film it right now, like, if it's real, like, you know, we have to do it. And so we went kind of right away into a studio where we were working at the time, and I sent in tapes, but I had no idea what it was for. And at the time, it was for like a kind of quirkier role. But since I didn't know what it was for, I sent in like 4 or 5 takes, and some of them were a little bit more tough. And they wrote back and said, "Hey, that was great. Can you audition for this military officer instead?" And I was trying to figure out, like, is this the same movie? Is it sci-fi? Is it a political thing? Because it was like these like 3 or 4 really kind of open-ended lines.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, same thing.
I still think about it, because it didn't have a slug line or anything. She just walks in and starts saying, "They're at the gate." I don't know. Like, I was like,
we really were like, what is it? And so we did. We sent again like 5 different takes, because it was like, well, if it's this tone, it would be more like this.
Yeah.
And if because she could be angry, she could be nervous, she could be excited, she could, you know, all of these things. So sent that in, and then I get a call from the casting director, you know, a few weeks later, just saying, "Hey, Christina, it's a casting director from Warner Brothers. We're so excited. The exec's reviewing your tape, but we want you for the role. Are you available these dates?" And she's kind of rattling off all this information. So I'm excited, but finally, you know, I was just like, am I allowed to know what this is for? You know, before I sign on.
I'm not going to be murdered in a weird motel anyway.
You know, it's like, it's Warner Brothers, or is it really, you know? So she's like,
yeah, from Wayne Brothers.
There it is. Not ready to do that kind of movie. So.
Mans of Steel.
Yeah, not that one. Thank the Lord. So I, you know, but she did. She said, yeah, you know, you can know, but you can't tell anybody. It's the new Superman.
Yeah.
So I was blown away. Like, I hung up, and I'm not a huge crier, but I like teared up, and I couldn't, because it really was this feeling of like childhood dreams coming true. And then it was crazy, because the coolest thing in my life just happened, and I couldn't tell anybody. So, you know, and it's the same thing. And at the time, you know, you still have people sort of, you know, even like extended relatives or different things sort of being like, "That's cute that you did, good luck. Is there anything else you want to do?" You know, and sort of wanting to be able to say, "Look, I have this really cool thing." But most people, the reason that it kind of became announced to people in my life was that I was in a trailer.
Oh, yeah.
And I didn't even know I was going to be in a trailer. All of a sudden, I had like little cousins and things on Facebook saying, "I just think he's kind of hot," and I was like, "How do they know what this is?" You know, and there had been, you know, that silly line going around. So now that it's out in the world, it is really fun to get to at least talk a little bit about it.
So you didn't even get it through like an agent; they just contacted you directly.
That's
Yeah,
that's amazing. Because you always like hear of stories like that, and you're just like, that can't actually happen.
Yeah.
That's just like some weird myth that circles around actors that we tell ourselves, and eventually one day we'll just get a phone call from a studio saying, "Can you audition for this?" I'm like, that's insane.
I know, it really is. It's pretty unbelievable.
Yeah.
So I'm incredibly thankful.
It was cool.
That's awesome.
Congrats, man.
Yes.
That's amazing.
So awesome. And I am, and I mean, these guys know we've talked about it on the show plenty of times. I'm super, super excited for this movie. I can't wait. And yeah, I mean, we got to see the stuff at Comic-Con actually, so and I was like super
Nice.
hyped about that. Yeah, awesome.
I know.
All right, so and here's a question that came in from Kirk at a Silent Koala, which based I think on what Demetrius was talking about being on set and directing and stuff. He asked, "Who are your top 3 directors or cinematographers you want to have dinner with?" That's a good question. I like that question.
Oh my goodness. Okay.
So here
okay.
I was thinking about this as you guys were talking. So my 3 are George Lucas, Christopher Nolan, Steven Spielberg. Off the top of my
Yeah,
head.
that's a good
That's a
group.
really good list. Yeah.
I'm gonna add JJ to that.
Yeah.
JJ.
Yeah.
Yep.
I'd
Anybody
put
else?
Tarantino in there.
Tarantino.
Oh my God.
Chris
You gotta
Columbus.
guess.
Joss Whedon. Oh, sorry, Joss Whedon too. Let's
Yes.
add that too.
Well, you guys listed off a lot of good people. I'm such a film geek in the other way. Like, I'm a film nerd. So I like Pedro
I knew
Almodovar.
it, yeah.
Like, I love his story of how he makes cinema and how he got into it. And of course, I guess I kind of already talked to Zach, so that already happened. So, and then what is his name? Is it Jacques Audiard or something? He's a French director who did Rust and Bone, and he did A Prophet, I think.
A Prophet's one of your favorites.
Oh my God, both of those movies are amazing. And there's these 2 Belgian directors who keep winning Cannes every year. Anyway, but see, that's me. So, and also Spielberg and everybody else you say. I mean, let's have like a dinner party.
I was gonna say it could be really good.
I know.
Yeah.
Just,
How do we have this dinner party? Let's
I'm
get
working
that
on it.
Yeah.
Give me 5 years, and hopefully I can put it together.
I'm gonna write that in my
anniversary.
notebook, man.
That's cool, yeah.
5 years from today, being invited to dinner party with various.
Of course. Exactly. Put it
I
down.
really hope we can add more really kick-ass female directors down the road.
That's
There's
true.
one female director I have had the chance to talk with, and I'm totally forgetting her name at the moment. I don't know why. Oh no, Catherine Hardwicke. So she directed the first Twilight, and she's I know she got a lot of flack for that movie, which I actually thought was the best out of the Twilight movies. I like the indie vibe, but she actually is such a hard worker, and
Yeah.
just the process that she puts in and the details, just hearing how she came up with different concepts for it was really cool. So I don't know, I just want to learn more about all kinds of filmmakers.
We have-
the ones that are kind of off.
Yeah. Lexi Alexander is another one to add to that list as well. She did the first Punisher movie. She's great.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
We have people on Twitter actually sharing their director choices, who they'd like to have dinner with. Our buddy Jonathan Robbins at the J Robbins says, "Got to pipe in with Joss Whedon, Robert Rodriguez, and Lars von Trier."
Oh yeah.
Yep.
And then at Acrodia says Alfred Hitchcock and Tim Burton, of course.
Yeah.
Of course.
Absolutely.
Sure.
Of course.
That would be a
Good
fun
choices,
dinner
guys.
party.
Yeah.
Yes, it was.
It'd be a very interesting dinner party.
It would be.
And a female director, Lynn Ramsey, is amazing.
She is great.
She's
yeah.
from I think Ireland, right? And I remember she did this film Ratcatcher that I saw, and I was just like, oh my God. So
That's cool.
yeah. So
Awesome. All right, so we are just about to play Smitten Superheroes with these guys. Before we do that, though, if you're watching the recorded version, we're going to take a quick commercial break. We will see you back in a second.
Hello! Welcome back from commercial break! You're watching SuperGeeked Up, and we're about to play Smitten Superheroes!
All right, first off, what is that accent?
Well, I don't know, but I was kind of inspired by Robin Williams in Mrs. Doubtfire, and then it kind of just
Okay.
Yeah.
As soon as you clarified there, I was like, okay.
That's my
yeah,
favorite
yeah.
Robin Williams movie. Yeah.
I was thinking Bjork for some reason. I thought it was Bjork. But
York?
Doubtfire.
I just really
I'm getting the accents.
Oh my gosh, that is hilarious. That's so perfect.
All right, so before we play the game, Alexander Martin sneaks in one last tweet about directors. By the way, he just said, "I'm going to catch you guys next week. I'm too busy right now," but now he's been watching the whole time and tweeting, so that's good.
Yeah.
He reeled you in.
You got it.
His director choices: J.J. Abrams, Joss Whedon, and Kevin Smith. Thank you for adding Kevin Smith. I love
Kevin
that.
Yes. Okay, so how big is your dining room? Because I
big.
feel like when you have
Yeah.
this party in 5 years, you're going to have a big dining room.
Oh,
Maybe
maybe
it's
we'll
just
just
a
have
big
it.
room.
Maybe we'll just have it in the Hall of Justice.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, that's fair. That's thinking.
I like it. I like it. Good job, Jeff.
Yeah.
Way to use those brain muscles. I like it.
Those brain muscles. Okay, Smitten Superheroes.
All right.
Getting back on track.
Yeah.
So this is a game that we stole with permission from limited release. Thank you, Nick Montgomery. Where each person has gotten a small list of superheroes or well-known characters from sci-fi, comic books, fantasy, and they have to pretend to be at a bar as said character and try and pick somebody up as said character. And the rest of their team has to guess what character they are being. So rules are they can't make it super obvious of like describing every little tidbit of the character of who they are. They can't really say too much about they can't say the name of the movie or anything like that. So, or TV show or book that they are from. Yeah, it's a really fun game. We had a lot of fun, which is why as soon as we stopped playing it with limited release, we're like, we're stealing this.
Yeah.
It's one of our new favorites because it's pretty ridiculous and it's where my infamous, hey there. Came from.
Oh, hey there.
Oh, hey there.
There.
All right.
So yeah. So we already have teams, which I have now forgotten. Sorry.
They are me and Christina versus Demetrius and Nicole.
This is why we have co-hosts who write things down. Who wants to go first?
Okay.
I'll go first.
Okay, cool.
Go first.
Oh,
Yeah.
good. I was going to volunteer you, so good.
Great.
Are you
Great.
ready to guess, Jeff?
I am
Ready?
ready to guess.
All right. When your heart is broken, do you bleed?
Wait,
You don't know?
can you give me a little more?
I fly, and I save people, and I'm brooding and dark, and I'm fighting another superhero in a movie that Christina Wren is in.
I'm kidding. That's okay.
All right, I'm sorry. I should have gotten it right off the bat. That's terrible of me. Yeah, I'm sorry. It's Batman.
Ah!
I should have. Yeah, I don't know why I forgot that line. That's from the trailer. That's the big line. You're right. That was very good. That was.
Way more than you is all that means.
All right. So
movie that Christina Wren. That was good.
Yeah.
Do I keep going through my list, or do we?
No,
rotate?
we'll switch back and forth.
Okay.
So now it's Nicole or whoever go.
Oh, okay. Either way, Demetrius, do you want to go or do you
By the way, I
want
just
me
want to say I wasn't sure if you were maybe trying to do the Hulk on that one. That's why I was really confused with your voice.
She was doing her voice.
Your voice is not as on point as perhaps it should be.
It was very deep. I felt it.
I was there.
I got your back.
Thanks.
All right. All right. I'll go next.
Good,
All right.
good.
You ready?
Mhm.
All right. Let me try. You ready? I'm not an actor.
That's okay.
Okay. Here we go. All right. Okay. I've walked into this bar and I've looked around and realized that the danger here of me picking you up is 2.5%.
I like it. I like it. Okay, wait. I think I know, but I feel like I'm gonna get this wrong. Is it?
Okay.
Is it Spock?
Yes.
Okay.
Nice.
Nice.
Yeah.
Well done. Well done.
Okay. Nice.
By the way, on Twitter, Alexander Martin at 2am_bastard said she just did Batman, so he guessed it correctly. Christina as well.
All right.
So there we go. He knew right away.
Yeah.
Hashtag do you bleed?
Hashtag bleed. Yeah.
Oh yes, there you go. And then Kirk out of Silent Koala said, where is it? Thank you for the amazing answers, everyone, about the director, such diverse and creative, talented people to dine with.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So,
Very
Yeah.
true.
all right, I guess it's my turn, and Christina's going to guess.
All right.
Sorry. Okay. Hey, what's up? Would you like to go practice some archery with me? As long as hang on, I'm not done.
Oh, sorry.
There has to be two guys though. Whenever I'm dating someone.
Katniss.
Yeah.
Oh, you're like, oh, Katniss.
Oh,
Oh,
Katniss.
Katniss.
Boys to choose from. Yeah.
Can I also just say I love how Jennifer Lawrence, Josh Hutcherson, and what's his name? They just
Liam.
hang out.
Liam Hemsworth.
Yeah, they're just like
Yeah.
best friends.
Yeah. Oh, but you
They're like
guys are cool.
legit best friends.
That is
Yeah.
Sorry, that was a side note.
All right.
Deepu at the Deepu wants to know. Wait, did he say when your heart is broken in the trailer? Well, no, I don't think right? No, did you say that in the thing?
Oh no, that's not from the trailer. I made that up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. No, she made that part up.
See, now everyone's trying to see if you're going to give out spoilers.
Yeah.
Everyone's
He's trying to trick you.
Is that from the movie?
Batman actually he sings a musical number when your heart is broken.
Exactly.
Yes.
Can you imagine? Oh, someone's got to make that now.
Actually, I can picture that. Just ask.
Oh my gosh. Okay,
All right,
so my
Nicole.
turn?
Yeah,
Did we get
Alright.
that one?
Okay,
Did
so
we get
I'm
that one?
actually. Yeah, right?
We did? All right, I don't know. Are we allowed to have like a wrong guess and then a right guess? I don't know what these
Oh,
rules
I don't
are.
know. What, Tanya?
Oh, I jumped
Sorry,
into
ask
that.
your question again. Oh yeah, that's you guys got the answer. That's you hadn't finished the clue yet, so
Okay.
that's fine.
All right,
Thank you, Tanya.
Yeah. If you'd finished the clue and then it was a wrong answer, then I would maybe have to reconsider that.
Okay.
All right, hurt.
So I'm channeling Tanya with my pickup line style because I
Okay.
think otherwise I don't think I would get very far. So
What are you saying? That I just randomly pick people? I am married.
you're good at coming up with pickup lines.
Oh, okay.
Not that you use them. Like maybe that's who picked up your Jeff. I don't know. Maybe right. You're
Actually,
not-
Buffy was involved. I'll just put
Okay,
it there.
so there you go. Okay, which one do I want to do? Okay, I'll take you the ball, and you won't need a fairy godmother.
Oh.
Okay, so you're gonna take me to the ball, and I don't need it. So is it Cinderella, but not Cinderella?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's Cinderella.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Great.
Yeah, you got
Yeah.
it.
I love that you logicked your way through that. You're like, wow, so many.
So channeling Spock.
Yeah, exactly.
Totally. All right.
All right. Am I back
Team
up?
money.
All right.
Wait. Can we pick anything on the list, or are we going in order?
Yeah, no,
You can
anything.
pick
you want.
anything in the list, so yeah.
Oh, snap. Okay, go ahead. Go ahead. All right.
Okay. So sexy you are tonight. On a date? Go with you with me?
That was really fucking awesome, and it's Yoda.
Oh my gosh.
That was like one of the best Yodas I've heard, actually.
Yeah, we that was great. Probably the
All
best
right.
on the show.
Cast Christina in the next Star Wars.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Done.
Oh my god. See, the thing about my list coming up is that I have really awesome people, but I just don't know if I can do the acting or the line right. Oh my god, I should have prepared. You prepared really well, and I just kind of was like, oh, I know those people, and
You don't
didn't
have
prepare.
to do it as like act to get. It's okay. Just do how
No,
you do
but I'm
today.
just like, oh my god. All right, here we go. All right, I'm ready.
Okay.
All right, who should I pick? Which one should I pick?
It's
Oh,
on you,
wait, you're
it's
not
on
supposed to
you.
know what I have. All right, so here we go.
She can know. It doesn't
She can
really
know you're not on the same team. It's okay.
All right. Gosh.
Go here.
Oh, really?
Just go there. Yeah.
All right, here I go.
Go there.
Just go for it.
Hello, citizen. I can see that under your dress you're wearing lingerie.
I guess I'm thinking it could be Darth Vader.
Wait, how would Darth Vader see under the dress?
Oh, well, because he was making that noise. Like,
I thought he was doing Darth Vader first too.
I don't know what that noise
That's my
meant.
flying noise. It's my flying noise.
Oh.
I looked through your outfit.
Oh, like Superman then.
Yes.
Okay. I'm sorry. I was like thinking. I was like, I don't know why Darth Vader would do that, but I suppose.
Why? That was a
maybe.
very sleazy version of Superman, though.
Well, he's doing pickup lines. Those are sleazy.
Oh,
Yeah, that's true.
Okay,
Thank
so,
you.
I don't think that's how he got Lois. I don't think that's what he used.
No.
I should have been like, but it wasn't Clark Kent. See, if it was Clark Kent, I could have been tripping and talking. But
It's
All right,
true.
so according to your rules, Tanya, they don't get that
They
one,
don't
right?
get that point. I'm sorry.
oh no!
I'm sorry.
oh, Tanya.
I clearly
Hey.
laid out the ground rules.
Really laid out the rules.
Wait a second then. The Jeff didn't get that one originally.
No, you gotta listen to the rules. She said if you complete your answer and then you guess it wrong, you don't get it. I had not completed my thing.
No, the one before that. When Christina gave it, and you guessed, you're like, I don't know.
Yeah, I asked her for more to do more, and then I guessed it right.
Darn it.
Yeah,
You can ask
he
for
didn't
more.
give an
I'm
answer.
just being really competitive.
I know, it's about it. Like, really?
I know. She's normally not the
That's
competitive
me.
one out of all of us. That's usually Jeff or I.
Sorry.
Marcia,
We're not the worst today.
Marcia McHale thought it was the Terminator, by the way. I'm just going to share. Hello, citizen. I'll be back.
That's great.
I like how Superman calls everyone citizen. That I actually can believe that part.
All right, is it Jeff's turn now?
It is.
I think
It is
so.
my turn. All right, Christina. This one's going to relate for you as well. So.
Okay. I'm nervous.
You're nervous? No, it's good. Hi, hey, would you like to come back to this mansion? My master is always out at night, very busy fighting criminals, so I have this spacious mansion and even a cave we can hang out in.
Are you Alfred?
Yes.
Are you Alfred? I was hoping that maybe you would try the Michael Caine accent, but
Oh, shit.
I was hoping.
Nice.
Man.
Or even be Robin Dunn doing Alfred.
Okay.
Michael Caine is Alfred. That's what
Oh,
you mean.
man.
Oh my gosh.
All right, I'm ready.
Okay. Okay, here we go. So, want to pick up my hammer?
Thor. It's a Thor.
Good. That was good. I like it.
And that was
That was
double
amazing.
points. We were in double point time.
That was great. Just for the innuendo alone, that was amazing.
So on Twitter, people by the way are guessing along. Thank you guys. That's SuperGeeked Up, #SGU. Necrodia said from before it was Darth Vader now with X-ray helmet. Was the Superman one.
Yes,
And
yes.
then at the Deepu says, now I want to see the adventures of Darth Vader, the upskirt perv.
Oh my gosh.
Especially because it's extra funny because he can't be sneaky because he's on the respirator, right? Like he's like in the. This is really twisted, but he's like in the bathroom, like. The girls are like, what is this?
Oh my gosh.
Oh my gosh.
Ridiculous.
Okay.
Necrodia says, Alfred, worst impersonation award 2015 goes to Jeff. What? Hey, I thought that actually the one thing I did as Michael Caine was actually quite good, I'm going to say. The rest of it was not attempting impersonation, but I will still take that award. All right. Anyway, are we doing one more round, or is that
Let's
it?
do one more round. We'll do one more
All
round.
right. So back to Christina.
Because technically, yeah, there's still opportunity to tie.
Okay.
Yeah, we're only up by one, right?
Yeah.
Okay, 1 second. Okay.
Can you see
Christina,
it?
right, go ahead, Christina.
Yeah.
We can see
okay.
you, yes.
Here, I'm going to go with this one. I'd like to take you where no man has gone before.
A little more, please.
Oh, no, I thought I did it. Okay. I can take you on my big spaceship.
All right. Okay. I think I know.
Okay, I gotta get better at improv. My planned line. You think you know?
I think I know. I think I do for the first one. I was just trying to clarify which character.
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna say Captain Kirk.
Yes. Yes.
Wow.
Thank you.
Wow.
I knew it was Star Trek right away, but yeah.
Yeah. Now I understand the need for a clip.
All right. So it's my turn. I'm the one who sucks the most. So
No, you don't.
This
No,
is-
you don't.
This is for double. All right, you guys ready? All right, this is double Jeopardy.
He's making up the rules.
I've bet
You're
the
just
bank.
changing the rules.
Okay, you ready?
Yeah.
Okay. Hi, you want to have a date with a billionaire? Hold on, I have to change the battery in my heart.
That's great. That's Iron Man, or I guess what else can?
His real name?
Yeah, I was like,
Yeah.
I can't even think of his
Iron
name at the
Man.
moment.
It's
Iron Man.
It's Iron Man.
I know. I was like, why am I not remembering? Okay, Iron Man.
Iron Man.
I was gonna be like Robert Downey Jr. No.
Yeah.
Same difference.
Who knows what's going on in the heart? That's great, guys. Those are awesome. That was really good. So yeah, Jeff and Christina won by 1.
Yeah.
It was the pervy Darth Vader that lost it. Sorry.
But but it was so good.
It was pervy Darth Vader. Oh my god.
I mean, you're going down in Twitter history, so I think in that way you win.
Oh.
Actually.
At the Deepu says, Vader may not be able to sneak, but he'd be the perfect obscene caller.
Yes. Yes.
Yes, he would.
Yeah, I would.
All right, that was Smitten Superheroes, folks. Hope you enjoyed that. Thank you for playing along, folks, and live, or if you're listening or watching a recorded version. It is time for Geeky News.
Yeah.
Dun, 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 dun.
Thank you.
Oh, we have percussion now.
Yeah, that's nice.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Thank you.
You guys got to come back every week to do that.
Yeah, just pop in every time we do that and just do that.
Just pop in.
We'll send you a message. We're about to do Geeky News. Come and
I'll be at dinner and be like, oh, hold on, guys. And just start beating anyway. All right, let's do it.
All right, so first off, as we said earlier, it is our 3-year anniversary of Super Geeked Up. Yeah, so yeah, wow, it's pretty amazing actually that a couple weeks ago we started this. So first off, I want to give a shout out to 2 people who started with me, which were Jordan Gibson and Mark Pazzu, my 2 lead actors from Super Knockout, which is when we started the show back in November of 2012, I guess that would be, and also to Diane and Giselle, who were a very important part of the show along the way as co-hosts as well. And so thank you guys for being part of this. That's awesome. And obviously now, of course, to Nicole and Tanya, who are the most amazing people ever. And what I am very thankful for Thanksgiving, for these 2. And anyway, and of course, I want to give you all you guys who are, particularly if you're watching live or if you're listening, on the podcast or watching on YouTube. Thank you so much. Really appreciate it. Any years since the beginning, or if you just recently, or any time in between those times, if you joined us and if you watch us and listen to us, I really appreciate it. It's awesome, and you guys are what makes us so cool every week. So thank you very much.
Aw, you're awesome.
You're awesome.
Thank you. All right.
No,
anything,
really
anything
though,
you,
it's amazing.
anything you guys want to add, you 2?
Yes.
Do you want to go or do you?
No, I want you to go first, and then I'm gonna go after.
You want to okay. I posted this on Facebook earlier, just because people started sending in messages over Facebook as well, just being like how awesome the show is and how grateful they are for it. And I just really want to sort of echo that. I mean, I haven't been here for 3 years. I've been here for just over a year, but it feels like it's one of the best experiences ever, and I'm very grateful for Jeff for asking me to join the SGU family, because that's what this does feel like. Everyone who watches every week, who watches the replay, who watches live, the conversations that we have all week, the random SGU hangouts that we have on Twitter, just all of a sudden everyone joins in at 2 in the morning. It's an amazing community, and kudos to you, Jeff, for being sort of the shepherd of that, and really sort of bringing all this together, and being the champion of this for 3 years. It's an accomplishment every single week. There are no breaks. It's huge. So thank you to everyone who watches, who takes time every Wednesday night or really early in the morning if you're in Scotland, or tomorrow if you're in Australia, to watch for an hour and a half. That's amazing. We are so grateful for you. It's not Thanksgiving in Canada, but I'm grateful for all of you guys, and I'm super, super grateful for both Nicole and Jeff, who are not only amazing co-hosts, and I'm in awe at the stuff that you do on a weekly basis. You 2 are 2 of my best friends, and I'm gonna cry. So I'm
gonna freaking cry.
I love you guys, and I can't wait to see what we do with this show over the next little bit. We have so many crazy plans, and I can't wait to see how they turn out. So I'm gonna stop talking before I actually cry.
I can't even follow that up. Well, yeah, I just thank you so much, Tanya and Jeff. Those are really sweet things, and along the lines of what Tanya said, I am so thankful, Jeff, that you asked me to be part of the show to begin with. I really can't imagine my life anymore without Super Geeked Up in it, and I just feel like that we were meant to meet and we were meant to be together, and I've told you before, but I've always had like a goal that I wanted to try and make a positive difference in the world, and I thought that would be through filmmaking, but I feel like my path in the beginning kind of took a turn where the entertainment I was making wasn't necessarily doing that per se. It was more just kind of like fun, which is great, but this really made me feel like I have a purpose, and I'm able to like help bring laughter and lightheartedness when people really need it. And I know we've gotten so many awesome people that talk to us and that this is like the best part of their week, or they were feeling down and we're able to lift them up a little bit, and then that in turn really helps me. I know that I struggle with anxiety and stress, and I know it's nice to be able to come here and just kind of let that go and be able to just have fun with people all over the world that we all have like common interests. And so thank you guys just like being a guest, and then thanks for the host and also everyone watching just for creating this really awesome welcoming environment. And it's great. And I'm thankful for it.
Well, thanks, guys. That was very, very awesomely said and amazing. I love you guys. And I guess on Twitter, well, first off, people are saying, "Yay, Return of the Robot Voice." So that is actually very historical for the show. So I'm sorry. Hopefully, what I said came through. I'm sorry about the robot voice, guys. Yeah. So anyway, and people are saying very nice things on Twitter, and so thank you everybody for sharing that. And also, so thank you everybody who's watching, who's been part of the show, and also to the guests. I don't want to forget them. The show is absolutely not what it is without our awesome guests who come on every week, and there have been so many at this point. I've kind of lost count, but I know it's well over 300 people obviously have been on this show as guests, and it's amazing. So people like Christina and Demetrius, thank you guys so much, and all our other guests. Yeah. That make our show so much fun. It's not our show without you guys, so thank you very much.
Exactly.
For being willing to getting a lineup the week that a couple days before they come on and be like, we're going to be doing this really embarrassing thing. Can you prep for it? Thanks.
Yeah, and you guys all just really throw yourself
and
into
just
that.
do it.
It's so awesome. Yeah, it is embarrassing.
I feel like there's an Adult Swim show coming out called Pervy Darth Vader.
Yeah.
We need to pitch this.
I know, right? He's just at bars and just like looking at girls and.
Oh my gosh! I love it.
You've created an SGU like story. It's going to be mentioned many times. So even though you didn't get the point, you're going to live on in infamy.
What can I say? It's called The Long Plan, guys. It's like a long
well,
game.
you are the director, so I think you can make this happen. You know.
Yeah. Just call Zach.
Yeah, exactly. There you go. Let me just share a couple of tweets. Deepu says, everyone is awesome, everyone is cool when they're on SGU. All right, cool, thank you, Deepu. I agree with that. And Jonathan Robbins says, there's a reason you guys are the IAWTV Awards winning hosts. Happy anniversary.
Oh, that's true. I always forget that, and that's a really important thing on the resume.
You forget we
won.
I
forgot, yeah. Because it seems so surreal.
Yeah, and I always forget, like, I could say, I'm an award-winning host. Like, who gets to say that? That's so weird.
Yeah.
It's awesome.
We won the basics of an Academy Award for web series. It's very...
It's weird.
I have to look at photos to like still imagine that actually happened.
Oh.
You guys are so great. For real, I've been on your show twice now, and I have to say, I can't represent the hundreds of people who have been here, but I'm so honored to have gotten on twice and to be here tonight. And it's so fun and so welcoming, and you guys are the bomb, and I'm so happy that, Demetrius could join us this time and get to experience it as well.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Oh, it's a love fest. That's cool.
Love
fest.
I feel all happy inside.
Kata Trekkie 1000 says, "Oh, you guys are the best. I've been so blessed to get to know you all." She also says she is working on a surprise for us. It's almost ready, so I'm excited to see what Kate has in store. Yes, Kate's awesome. Marsha McCallum, always geeky, says, "Happy 3rd anniversary SGU. I can't believe how fast time has flown. Happy to have been a small part of this journey." Marsha has been here for pretty much from the very beginning, so thank you, Marsha.
And she's come to our live show in San Diego.
She volunteered. Wow. She was part of it. Yeah. It was awesome. All right, here we go. Let's. Here's the actual geeky news we're going to get to now.
Here's the real news.
Yes. So here we go. Lots of stuff, guys. So stick around. We're going to do Hunger Games, Jessica Jones, Civil War, League of Tomorrow, Legends of Tomorrow. I don't know what League of Tomorrow is. That's something I just made up. Legends of Tomorrow in that order. So we'll start with Tanya and Hunger Games.
Hunger Games. The movies ended this week. Finished. Katniss is done. So I saw on Friday, which I believe was opening night, maybe not, I don't remember.
Yep.
So I've read the books, so I knew how it ended, so there's no big surprises. But it's definitely kind of the end of an era. I mean, I've talked a little bit about, you have to wonder how Jennifer Lawrence feels right now, like that character's out of her life. Did anyone else get a chance to see it? What did we think of the ending? Like, do you think it was like
Can we not spoil the ending though,
Don't
please?
spoil the ending.
Okay.
I haven't seen either Mockingjays. I've only seen the first one.
We saw it Monday night, I think, because Christina was in an event in San Jose, so she waited for me to see it, which is very nice.
Aww.
So, and
You waited for me. You're the nice one.
oh well, whatever. Anyway, it was I felt like what they did with the books, because I like the books. I also certain things I didn't like, just because I read them before the movies came out. Tina and I read them together, and I thought they did a pretty decent job. I don't know if I'm going to break the internet of like actually doing better than some parts of the book by going to scenes that the book couldn't go to, cutting to places that help set things up or at least explain or bulk things up to give it more meaning. I actually really enjoyed it, and I thought knowing what was going to happen, the way they dealt with it, I enjoyed it a lot personally. I don't know what you thought about it.
Yeah. I think the hard part for me with this one was that I loved the first book so much, and I personally wasn't the biggest fan of where the story ultimately went. So I knew that going into the movie. So that part of it for me still is a little bit like I would have loved to have seen something. I'm trying to figure out how to not spill anything. But I think that Katniss's character was a little bit undermined by having sort of the bulk of the action take place, while she couldn't essentially be present. So that part just kind of bummed me out because we had this awesome female protagonist, and then sort of she couldn't be a part of some of the best, most significant parts of the story. But knowing that and knowing kind of what it was up against, I thought it, like Dee said, it was done really well. There's some beautiful sequences, some beautiful shots, some I thought the actors were great. It's such a heart-wrenching story. President Snow's incredible. There's just stuff like that, that really is amazing in it.
Donald Sutherland is like the king of being creepy man. So good. So good. What I found interesting is a lot of the commentary was based on its box office take, not necessarily the story. I actually looked I pulled up an article. It took me a long time to find an article about the actual trilogy and not about the monetary gains of it. Yeah. And a lot of the commentary was like, oh, it's not living up to expectations because it only made $101 million its opening weekend. And
wow. Like a lot of money to me.
Exactly, because it made the least of all the films. And I'm just like, have we gotten to that point?
Right.
That $100 million opening's not good enough. Yeah. So.
Yeah.
That way. Exactly.
You know what? I feel like they also, just from my perspective, I also don't have TV, so this could be just me. I didn't feel like they did a whole lot of marketing, like a huge marketing push like they did for previous ones. So honestly, I forgot that it was even coming out. And I don't know if they were trying to rely on the fans already knowing that it was coming. But for me, I haven't read the books and I've seen all the other movies, but I saw all this stuff at Comic-Con and I thought it was amazing. But I forgot when it was coming out, and I just, like I said, I don't have TV. I just do Netflix and stuff. So maybe there were commercials on television, but in terms of other stuff, I just didn't see a lot, a huge marketing push like I've seen with other stuff. Maybe that's why,
I think a lot of the feeling with it too is obviously the past few weeks in the world, there's been a lot of not great news happening with violence and regimes not being great. And obviously Hunger Games deals a lot with an oppressive, violent, horrible regime. So going into the final movie of a world that's taking place and some of the violence that we're seeing over the past few weeks, I know my husband and I, we talked about that leaving the theater, that it was it was hard sometimes to watch some of it because you're
Yeah.
like, stuff that just happened last week, and then you go and watch this movie, and there's a lot of echoes of terrorism and who do you trust, and how do you live your life as a normal person, and there was a lot. So I'm wondering if some of that feeling, aside from it's over and it's done, is because of like what's going on in the wider world as well.
Yeah.
Really
I agree.
But still, go see it. If you see the other ones, finish the series, see how it goes. Even if you haven't watched, even if you don't know how it ends, go see it. Wrap it up. It's meant to be a social commentary, so that the author of the books is very clear on that. It's definitely supposed to be a social commentary. So for sure, go and watch it, enjoy it. Watch Jennifer Lawrence enjoy her millions of dollars.
Exactly. And don't forget that it's like one of the last few times you can see Philip Seymour Hoffman as well acting. It's kind of surreal. Yeah. So.
That's right. On Twitter, Alexander Martin says, I am of the same mind as Christina, so I'm taking my time seeing this last one. Love the series, but I don't know. All right. So from Hunger Games, we will go over to a new Netflix series.
Yeah, and it's like we kind of were talking, it's a little bit depressing with Hunger Games, and I kind of have to say that Jessica Jones is depressing, but not because it's bad. It's actually really good, but it's very dark, which I like.
It's a tough show to watch.
But I like it because it's in a very similar feel as Daredevil, which it should be. It's in the same. They're both in Hell's Kitchen. The one thing, there's a couple things I really like about it that we can talk about too. Is one, I really like that they actually have this female character who's struggling with PTSD, and I think it's really important to talk about and to see how that. There's a lot of people that struggle, and I don't think they get fairly represented, and definitely people, I think, misunderstand about trauma and mental illness. So I think it's really cool to be able to see her, Jessica Jones, portray that, but still try to be a very strong person and help people in her own way, which is great. And so I think it's really great. And actually, Scott, my husband, before the show came out, he did like all this research on Jessica Jones because he really didn't know a lot about her. So that's like what he'll do before something comes out. He just researches the character and their backstory. So he knew everything. He's like, I'm not telling you anything, and like, so it was actually really fun. And then he's like, oh yeah, and that's why in the comics, and that's what's cool to see, like how he really enjoyed it, knowing like the storyline and what happens, and then how I think we've only seen the first 6 or 7 episodes. I mean, you guys, I don't know if you feel the same way, but I have to go slow because it's a very stressful show.
Yeah.
And, I think I can only watch like 1 episode a day, but but it also, I think, in my mind, this kind of show appeals to a broader range of people because it has that criminal, like, investigative genre that a lot of people like, but then it's still in the comic book universe. So, what do you guys think about it?
I'm just going to quickly say as well, anyone who does want to watch it, be aware there's probably triggers. Okay? So it does deal with someone who has experienced trauma, and there are some flashbacks to what she's experienced. So they don't include that in sort of the pre-roll of Jessica Jones. So FYI, it could have triggers. So I'm going to say that right now. Continue. That's all.
Yeah, no, that's a good point. On Twitter, Alexander Martin said, Jessica Jones so good, the supporting cast gets so much stronger as it moves forward. Marsha McHale, Kilgrave, though. Love me some David Tennant.
So good.
This is based on the series Alias by Brian Michael Bendis and Michael Gaydos. This series actually got me into Brian Michael Bendis, and he became my favorite comic book writer, and he still is today. So this was actually, I was a huge fan of the series. I was a huge fan of Jessica Jones. We talked before when we were seeing some of the very teasing things, right? And I felt, tell me the name of the actress, like Kristen
Ritter.
Thank you, Kristen Ritter.
Yeah,
I felt from the shots they showed, she just looked way too young. I was like, what is happening? But yeah, no, she is the perfect Jessica Jones.
She's amazing.
I think they've nailed the way the character is in the comics. She's amazing. She's awesome. I love her. I think she's just perfect for the role. Carrie-Anne Moss, I think, is great. And
oh my God.
I love seeing her back. Yeah, so good. Obviously, what I actually love is, like, I kind of, from this series, I felt that same-sex relationships or like, being bi and all that kind of stuff has become so normal now that it's just part of like everyday TV, which I think is great, and like it's not a big thing anymore. So I took that also away from this, which is awesome. Yeah, so I saw the pilot a little bit.
Cage is hot. That's all I have to say. So good looking. Like, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, no, but I mean,
Jeff thinks so.
oh, yes. No, that was the main reason I watched.
Yeah.
Yeah, no,
definitely some really good steamy scenes, and I'm only on the second episode. So.
Yeah, I mean, I'm only a little bit on the second one. I think they're doing a great job. Again, I like Nicole said, I'll be honest with you, it's tough to watch, but I mean, it was a very serious and tough story in the comics too, you know. So, yeah.
And when we say tough to watch, I mean it's not because it's a bad show. It's because the subject matter gets really dark.
Yeah,
exactly.
It's very dark. It's interesting how Marvel's TV is so freaking dark, and it's such a counterpoint
to the movies.
To DC. I know. Also, though, to the DC's TV stuff.
Oh yeah, like Arrow and stuff.
Flash, Arrow. Like when we're gonna talk Legends of Tomorrow, we're gonna see that's a totally different thing than you're gonna see with Jessica Jones, which I actually much prefer, which is why I like the DC shows better. To be honest with you, I actually think that I don't know, Marvel has maybe been a little bit too dark for my taste, but they're very good in what they're doing.
Yeah, but they are leading up to that. The Defenders.
Yeah. Anyway, Demetrius and Christina, your thoughts?
I mean, we've only gotten through the first couple episodes, and I just love that. I feel like Netflix is grabbing those shows that we all want to watch, but you just keep thinking, oh, I would love that show, but would ABC really make that, or would CW really make that? Netflix is just grabbing those shows and just killing it. I mean, between this, Daredevil, I love Sense8. I know there's like polarization with Sense8, but I love Sense8. And I'm just thinking,
amazing.
Netflix is just dropping the mic every single time, and with this show, just the whole premise of her and how they introduce her in the first episode, I'm just like, look at what they're able to do, and they're telling stories that are meant to be 12 hours or whatever, how many episodes there are to watch. It's like reading books, you know, how you used to want to sit with a book for a few weeks or something to really get into that story. I love how it's doing that, and I'm very excited about where this is going.
Yeah, I'm really interested to see where the rest of the show goes. This isn't a character that I grew up knowing, so this one for me is all new, and I just think Kristen Ritter is doing an amazing job, and the thing that I really like about her is I don't feel like she's trying to be likable, and I think as a female, that's often a hard thing. Like, I think we work really hard and we're sort of trained to be really likable, and I love that her character is just, like, doesn't care. You know, she sort of can't be bothered with any of that stuff. She's got way bigger fish to fry. And it's not that she feels the pain of being alone, but I like that she's sort of unapologetically who she is, and she's so rooted in that.
Yeah.
All right, so there you go. And you can watch, of course, the whole season right now on Netflix, folks, of Jessica Jones. I don't even know. What do they got, like 12, 13, like Daredevil? Is that what they did?
Yeah, I think 13.
Yeah. Cool. Does anybody know what's next up on is like a Luke Cage series or the Iron Fist? You know anybody know what's next?
Yeah, well, they're coming up to supposedly, like, so it's leading up to the Defenders, but yeah, I don't know. My guess might be like Luke Cage is next, but I don't know exactly how that's coming together.
All right, somebody else tells on Twitter, I'm sure.
Yeah.
All right, hey, more Marvel stuff to talk about. From TV to movies, we will now switch to Captain America: Civil War.
Yeah.
Just came out. This trailer is pretty fucking awesome. I watched it just before we started the show. Civil War, I've said this before in the show. Civil War, the storyline in comics is one of my favorite storylines probably ever, and it's amazing. It's interesting that finally seeing this trailer, what they're doing in the movie seems quite different than what the storyline is in the comics. However, I still feel it's appropriate probably for what they've established in the movie universe, and it still looks pretty kick-ass to me.
Yeah, the trailer broke my Facebook page. I knew it was out before they knew they uploaded it, because my Facebook page was like, what? So then I had to watch it, and I had a great time watching it. I mean, that last part of the trailer where they're just fighting and then it cuts, I was like, oh, this is great.
Yeah,
So good.
the last Iron Man versus, and it's Captain America and Bucky together against Iron Man, right? That's like just
That's
insane.
just it.
Epic.
Yeah.
And like the moment where Captain America says, "I'm sorry, I have to do this because he's my friend," and then Iron Man is, "Well, so was I." I was like,
Yeah.
like so good.
Yeah. So we'll see. I mean, I liked what they've been doing. Actually, my favorite storyline so far, I'm sure Tina might agree, is the Captain America storyline, I think, out of all of them that they've been doing with the movies. Personally, I don't know what you think.
I love the Captain America stuff. I really do.
Yeah, I feel like, and Winter Soldier was great. I mean, I was so surprised how much I liked that one. So I feel like I guess it's a trilogy now just for him with this one. I don't know. I think it's shaping up to be pretty good, personally.
Yeah.
All right, anything else? Anything else anyone want to share about Captain America: Civil War?
It would just
I
be
will-
echoing anybody else. So.
On Twitter, Marsh McKelvey always geeky says that last scene in the trailer. Holy shit!
Yeah.
Yep.
Like, if you're one of those people that's like, oh, I'll just watch a couple minutes, watch the whole freaking trailer. Just watch it. Yeah. And also, I mean, I don't know if you noticed in the back of one of the shots, Scarlet Witch like takes off, like she shoots her little laser beams from her hands and it's like flying.
Oh,
I don't know if you guys saw that or not. Like
I
she's in the
missed
back.
it.
I was like, dude.
That's awesome.
So cool.
I love Scarlet Witch. That's awesome.
Alexander Martin on Twitter says he answers our question. The next one is Luke Cage for the Netflix Marvel series, and there are weird rumors about Iron Fist happening or not. Interesting.
Hmm.
And then Alexander Martin also says about Jessica Jones. Jessica likes her men like her coffee. Luke Cage and Luke Cage is the main. It's a good line. They should put that line in the. He should say that or something.
She
in the
should say
show.
that.
He should say that in the show.
I follow her on
totally
Twitter.
fits her
I should
character.
mention it. We're like, hey.
Totally fits her character. Yeah.
Yeah.
Alexander Martin also says Luke Cage is the main person you play in Halo 5. I guess does he mean the actor is the guy who voices the Halo 5 character? That's cool.
Oh, nice.
I didn't know that.
Very nice.
Excellent. All right, and then now we actually will from Marvel we will switch to DC. And
It all drops the same week all the time.
trailer just came out a day or two ago, and I think yesterday actually, and we all actually just watched this kind of together more or less before the show started because I sent it to them very late. Legends of Tomorrow. We had seen something before a few months ago, but this is a more fuller thing they showed, which is actually debuting January 21st, not too long from now in the CW. So, of course, this is basically a spin-off of both the Arrow and Flash, which taking characters from both and some new characters and teaming them all up. And so what's awesome about this, so it's a cool superhero team show, and they're not even really all heroes. Actually, some are villains, but it's time travel, man, and I love fucking time travel. It's my favorite thing ever. So I'm super excited. I think the trailer great, like just that fucking like Rip Hunter, that spaceship he materialized. I was like, that's sick. And, or time travel ship maybe is probably what it is or whatever. I don't know. Vandal Savage, I think, is a great villain. I'm sorry, Christina, go ahead.
No, go for it. I
was going to end with that.
it looks so awesome. Yeah. Well, for me, watching it, I just think it's unreal how incredible television is getting. Like, this looks so epic, and to think that it's episode after episode, these shows that we're getting now that are essentially movies. There's, the quality and, the heightened scenarios and the characters, and it's incredible. And it just looks killer. I'm very excited about it. Yeah.
What I want to understand is, like, where they found the time to do this. I mean, they're already filming, like, Flash and Arrow, and then they do this, and I'm like, are they working, like, 20-hour days? Like, I can't imagine how they're getting all this done. It's crazy. It's unbelievable.
And Greg Berlanti also does Supergirl on CBS. I don't know what that guy's doing. I don't know how he does this all.
Wow.
Yeah, they're pretty incredible.
I don't think they sleep. I think that
They
might
must
be part
have,
of
like, an amazing, like, team of people they just trust to be like, here's the overarching, like, universe and story. Here's sort of, like, the main story points. Go execute it. You know what I mean? Like, they have to, because it's crazy. It's insane. I was reading somewhere that what movie studios in particular, are looking for are the people who work in television who are overseeing these universes and who are making these massive things. So basically what they're doing with Marvel. and how that's where everyone wants to go now, is these universes that are everything. Like, they look at different pockets of it, blah blah, and that's the stuff they want to do. They don't want to necessarily just do the standoff one alone thing. They want to do a universe, which is great and not great at the same time. But they must have an amazing team of people, because how do you oversee that? How?
Right.
Really is unreal.
I would love to see like the dry erase board where they have like all these arrows pointing around and how this is gonna like connect to this. It's probably like the size of like a hanger or something.
Yeah.
So
crazy.
Awesome. And you're right, Christina. This trailer did feel very much like a movie trailer, is what it felt like for Legends of Tomorrow. What I actually did not realize from the earlier stuff they showed, we knew Hawkgirl's in it. And Hawkgirl actually has been in the last couple episodes of The Flash, folks. If you're not up on The Flash, but I didn't know Hawkman was going to be in it. I had no idea, absolutely no idea, until I saw this trailer. So that's kind of cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so let's see. So we'll watch Red Legends of Tomorrow trailer, folks. Go watch Captain America: Civil War. Kate at Trick 1000 says, Jeff, maybe we can see Captain America for a date. Sure, absolutely.
Yes.
We basically add a new movie every week, I think, to our date schedule. So X-Men Apocalypse is on there. I don't know what else is on there.
You're gonna have to have like a week-long date. You're just gonna have to do
movie after movie after movie.
I'm okay with that.
I think.
That's good. That's cool with me. All right, that is our geeky news for the week.
Yes.
right on.
And something else that's geeky and newsworthy is basically our Patreon page, guys. So if you've never seen it, it'd be really awesome if you guys could check out our page, and it's patreon.com/SuperGeekedUp, and so many of you guys are supporting us, and we just really, really are so thankful and grateful for all the support. And even if you can't donate financially, that's totally cool. Any support you can give would be amazing. Just by sharing our link or sharing our video, it would just be so great. And again, you can just check it out at patreon.com/SuperGeekedUp.
Speaking of Patreon and our awesome supporters, one of those is Maria Duran. She moderates a Twitter chat every single Wednesday, so basically 12 hours before Super Geeked Up, at 11 a.m. Eastern, 10 a.m. Central, called Brand Chat. So she is a master of all things branding. So if you want to know what that is, it's a definite great chat to look at. Anyone can join in on Twitter using the hashtag BrandChat. Every week is a different topic about branding in a different area of professions. I saw one about government. We were participating in one about branding online and at festivals and Comic-Cons. It's an amazing, educational, and really, really great community of people that get together every Wednesday morning to talk about this. So check it out every Wednesday, 10 a.m. Central, 11 a.m. Eastern, using the hashtag BrandChat or at BrandChat on Twitter.
Check it out. It's awesome. You know what else is awesome? Commercial breaks, and we're about to take one if you're watching the recorded version. So we'll see you back in a second.
Hey girl, welcome back from commercial break. You're watching Super Geeked Up, and we're about to play a geeky dating profile.
What?
No, hurry, that's weird.
Way to bring it back. Very nice. Very nice.
I heard Superman. I don't know what you guys
Right. Instead of hey girl, hey citizen.
Oh man. Okay, next time. Sorry.
That was so good.
By the way, Nicole, Alexander Martin says from your earlier, just a thing a minute ago, that segue though, you are adorable.
We've been trying. Like I've been trying this segue thing.
We're working on our segues, guys. So bear with us as we get better at them.
Yeah, I think I've been kicking ass with segues today.
Actually, you have been. Yeah. Well done.
Thank you. Okay, so we're going to do our last game of the show. It's called Geeky Dating Profile. How this works is, yeah, people are excited. Good. How this works is Nicole and I have come up with certain characters, fictional characters from the world of geekdom, and we created like what would these characters maybe write on an online dating profile, right? Because you know, superheroes and sci-fi, they need love too.
Yeah.
How'd you meet people out there?
They get lonely. When you're saving the world, how do you hook up? Tinder just won't work.
Mm-mm.
Yeah.
All right. By the way, can I just
Like
say right
Tinder
now
for
that
superheroes?
I have no idea. I don't know anything about what Tinder works or does. Like, I'm maybe the only person on the planet, but I'm just gonna put that out there. All I know
All
is
I
like
know is there's like
swipe
swiping.
left and right. Yeah. And
Yeah. And it's like basically a hookup app, I think.
Yeah. Uh-huh. That's what I mean. I've never used it, but I've
okay,
heard.
good. So you guys know as much as I do. Good.
This is like Netflix and chill all over again.
Yeah. All right. Anyway, so we are going to read what the profile is, and then the teams have to guess what character that profile belongs to. Okay.
All right.
So the teams are Christina and Nicole. So we're switching things up this time.
All right.
And then it's going to be me, Demetrius, and Tanya on the other team.
Okay.
All right. And play along at home, of course, folks. Please guess. You can tweet in at SuperGeeked Up, hashtag SGU. Before we do that, Alexander Martin on Twitter says about Nicole's Pervy Vader, that was effing great. Damn, she got game and commitment to the role. Hashtag Perv Vader.
Yeah!
Told you,
Thank you,
it's
Alex.
going down in SGU legend.
All right, let's kick off the game, Geeky Dating Profile. I'm going to read the first one for Christina and Nicole. You can consult a little bit if you like before you give your answer.
Okay.
All right, here is the first profile. When not reading archaeology books at my stately manner, I'm globetrotting, exploring ruins, and searching for mystical artifacts. Looking for a man who's not afraid of danger, dark places, and harsh environments. If you know how to handle a gun and bow and arrow, huge plus. Also, if you like, sorry, this is a little. This has to do with people who watch your show a lot. Also, if you like pixel tits, I'm your gal.
Yep. Okay, I think I know. Do you, Christina? You think you?
I actually don't, so go for it, Nicole.
Okay.
Oh wait, Demetrius' expression was fantastic.
Right now, but
I grew
Lara
up on this
Croft, right?
game.
Oh, it's a.
What'd you say,
Lara
Nicole? Lara Croft,
Croft,
yes.
yeah.
Oh yeah.
See, you know.
Hashtag pixel tits. Come on.
I know. My innocent mind. What can I
So yes, I also grew up on those games, Demetrius, and I'm about to start playing Rise of the Tomb Raider that just came out. So.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you, Cole. You hooked it up.
Whoop, whoop. We got this. All right. So am I reading the first profile for Jeff, Tanya,
Yes.
and Demetrius? Okay.
Yes.
Here's the first one. I don't know if I can get through this.
Oh no.
All right.
Okay. Tall, yellow, and handsome. I grew up on the street looking for a chick that loves counting and spelling.
I
Okay,
have
so
a question.
Guys, is it
I
like
think,
is it Big Bird? You
I
think,
think
guys?
it's Big Bird.
Yeah, I think so.
We're gonna say Big Bird.
Big Bird, yes.
Yeah.
I grew up on the street.
Hey,
You
That's
did.
true. They did.
He did grow up on the street.
Definitely.
best friend lives in a trash can.
Yeah, it's great.
Well,
I'm not sure if that's the message that Sesame Street was trying to convey. Guys, I live on the
Isn't
street.
his best friend really
That's trash.
Snuffleupagus though?
It is, and no one ever sees him.
Yeah, that's sad.
Wait, what do you mean? We see him on the show.
We do, but no one else ever sees him.
Nobody else can see him except Big Bird?
Yeah.
Yep.
So he's an
Oh,
imaginary
so it's like
friend.
A quote friend.
Yeah.
Okay.
So basically, Big Bird grew up on the streets, and he hallucinates on a regular
Yeah.
basis.
Yeah, he's not really a bird. He on LSD, yo.
Yeah.
I ain't gone away.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, that's so funny.
All right, next one for Christina and Nicole. Looking for the right woman to be my number one. I'm an expert poker player and really know how to blow on my trombone. If you dig beards and exploring the galaxy, I'm your man. Let's meet on Risa. I'm Patty's all over this, I know. That's why I didn't give this one to her. Tanya just lost it. Holy shit. She was like, and she may be the only one who knows what I'm talking about, too.
I'm sorry because I don't know the trombone reference.
That's the part that I'm a little held up on too. The thing
No,
I'm thinking,
don't worry about
I
that.
could be really wrong.
Don't worry about the trombone then.
The Romeo skipped the trombone. But that was a great throw-in, Jeff.
Go for it because I am like,
Well, talk amongst yourselves. What do you think?
All right, I could be way off. I'm wondering about the Guardians of the Galaxy.
well, I was thinking that, but I don't remember like anything to do with like number one or trombone. That's what, because that.
Can you read it again, Jeff?
He had those mixtapes of trombone players.
Oh, right, the mixtapes of the trombone players.
Yes,
I'm
okay.
Sure. Yeah.
Looking for the right woman to be my number one. I'm an expert poker player and really know how to blow on my trombone. Sorry, that's my favorite part too. If you dig beards and exploring the galaxy, I'm your man. Let's meet on Risa.
So maybe is it like maybe it could be like a Star Trek thing? But I don't know.
You're so good at stuff like this.
Christina, I don't know.
All right, do you have any guess?
Just guess something. Guess something.
Guess something.
Go for
Can we
it.
steal? Can we steal?
Steal. Go steal.
I don't.
Okay, go
don't
for it,
even
Tanya.
know.
Commander Riker.
Yeah, it's Will Riker, Commander Riker from Star Trek Next Generation.
He
So,
plays the
I don't-
trombone.
Yeah, I'm not up on that. At least I got the Star Trek universe.
You did. You did. I thought you were gonna go there.
Yeah.
I would not have ever guessed that, just FYI, because I'm really not up on that character. Sorry. So.
That's all right. I just liked writing it.
That was so funny.
That
Oh
was
my
a
gosh,
really
that was
great job.
amazing.
You really did.
Is that what? Is it the trombone part that made you lose it? Is that what made?
Yeah,
Okay.
because you emphasize I like to blow.
Yeah, of course.
Good steal, Tanya. Good steal.
Marcia McHale guessed Jean-Luc Picard. Close.
Mm-hmm.
Kate at Trekkie 1000 said, "Come on, Nicole, it's Riker."
See, but I don't know. I'm
she doesn't know
sorry.
Star Trek. Yeah.
I'm really.
It's okay.
Yeah.
Don't apologize. It's
It's
fine.
okay. It's totally cool. We don't mind winning. It's
Okay.
fine.
Oh.
No.
I'm really competitive. I can't help it. It just comes out.
I know. Okay.
All right,
so-
Nicole. What's the next one for you? From you?
Okay, for you guys. Okay. Okay. Must love wolves, motorcycles, and running through the forest naked.
That's very short. So is it a Twilight reference?
Oh yes.
Okay.
Well, wait a
That's
minute.
why-
Read it one more time, please.
Yeah. Must love wolves, motorcycles, and running through the forest naked.
Well, Jacob is.
Okay.
the-
Wait, do you need like another thing? Is that because you're right. It's not very specific, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Because all
Man's-
girls like that.
You're right. So man
Oh.
seeking woman,
Okay.
Okay.
motorcycles, and running through the forest naked.
So,
So
then is it Jacob? You
It's
think?
Jacob. Yeah.
Twilight?
Yeah.
I'm just trying to think of what could be.
Yeah, because
Yeah,
Edward's the
totally.
vampire.
Yeah, as long as it's not like unless it's a Vampire Diaries reference. I'm gonna go with Jacob still. I think.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Jacob Black. That is what
Okay,
it is.
cool.
Yeah, it totally helped. I'm so happy.
Yeah, I was like, oh, is it Jacob or is it Bella?
I just realized. Oh shoot.
All right, here's the next one for you guys. All right, here, this one should be hopefully a little easier for you guys. All right, for Christina and Nicole.
Okay.
I'm an expert communicator and love conversing in multiple languages, over 6 million of them, in fact. Prefer nice, quiet dates that don't involve shootouts, deserts, or light speed. My best friend always accompanies me on dates, but he's an expert mechanic, so he can fix any problems you have with your car around the house.
That's great, Jen. That's great.
Nice. I like that. So, Christina, are we thinking it's like C3PO?
I think so.
Okay.
It is C3PO, very good.
Yay.
That's great. That's great.
Okay. All right. So let's see. Back to you guys. Okay. Looking for a woman that will submit to me and my needs as I am in a position of power. Must be a native of the capital and like white roses.
Oh.
Oh, Snow.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, Snow.
Yeah, Snow.
Yes.
Wait,
I
is
should
this-
have made these
is-
harder.
What is that? Is that a Game of Thrones thing?
No,
President
Hunger
Snow
Games.
from the
President-
Hunger Games.
Oh. Okay. Thanks. I'm glad you guys got it. All right, so we're up by one. All right, so you guys need this one to tie it up, and then we can go for the win perhaps after that. All right, here we go for Christina and Nicole, your last one. Prefer my men to dress in black and to be athletic, smart, and sexy. Turnoffs include being kidnapped, Sicilians, and iocane powder. It's inconceivable that you wouldn't want to go on a date with me.
You're
Is
good
this,
at this, Jeff.
are we
you.
talking Princess Bride?
Oh.
Talk amongst yourselves.
Talk amongst yourselves.
Well, the inconceivable. Yeah.
That's
yeah.
what's pushing me in that direction.
Yeah, I think
So who would it be then?
I can't remember his name. The little
Oh,
guy.
is it? Inigo Montoya?
No, because he's Inigo Montoya. You
Okay, hang on, guys. Prefer my men to dress in black.
Okay.
It's-
Yeah. It's,
Oh, it's the chick, the Robin Wright.
Yep. What's her name?
Buttercup. Princess
Oh,
Buttercup.
Princess
There you
Buttercup.
go.
Very good.
Yes, there it is.
Stop.
It's like,
You nailed it.
Like,
'cause I didn't remember her name, so thanks.
Inigo Montoya really likes his men in black.
Yeah. I mean, we're in a modern era, guys.
Yeah.
No
Never
judging.
know. So.
Judging.
Okay. All right, the last one for you guys.
For the win.
For the win. But maybe not.
Oh,
Okay.
no.
Oh.
No, okay, here we go. I'm adept in martial arts, love the color blue, and speak over 14 different languages. I can be whoever you want me to be.
So you think it's Mystique, guys?
That's what I'm thinking.
I didn't know she could speak over 14 languages, but I guess that makes sense that she could.
Yeah, and she's not technically dressed in blue, isn't she? Just blue. But I'm thinking Mystique makes the most sense. If she can be,
Is it a guy or a girl? Did she say?
Read it one more time, please.
Oh, yeah. Hang on, let me see. I'm adept in martial arts, love the color blue, and speak over 14 different languages. I can be whoever you want me to be.
It's got to be with whoever you want to be, and I love the color blue, so that fits.
yeah, it's got to be Mystique.
It is Mystique.
All right.
Nice.
And
Nice.
that means
Well
victory goes to
done.
us. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Good job, guys.
Good job, guys.
Those are good.
Those were
You guys are
good.
so good at writing those. Those are amazing.
So Alistair Reevy on Twitter says, well, since it's Nightfall, that's my Twitter, there's no way it could be a Star Wars character, right? Haha, no, of course not. And a lot of people
Hate Star
got,
Wars.
yeah, a lot of people got Buttercup. Marcia McHale all got Buttercup. Alexander Martin said it's Princess Bride, but I can't think of that dude's name. Okay, he thought it was a dude as well. And then Alexander Martin also thought, and I thought the same thing. He said, I thought that was a 50 Shades thing until she said roses. I thought you were going 50 Shades too with that other one.
Oh.
By the way, 50 Shades.
I've never seen 50
50
Shades.
Shades of Grey was on HBO the other day, and for some reason I actually could like kind of not tear my eyes away, which is a little disturbing. I actually kept watching it, and I was like, oh man, why am I watching this?
I read all 3 books because it's like I have to finish it. I've started it. I have to finish it, and I regret the time I spent.
Really? Yeah, it wasn't that. I just didn't think it was that terrible. I mean, I wouldn't really want to watch it. Oh, I believe that for sure. Yeah.
She repeats basically. So okay, they go to the different sex scenes through a thing, and as you go reading through the book, she basically uses the same sentences over and over again to describe what's happening. I'm like, okay, it's already fanfic from Twilight. Could you at least not copy and paste your own words from one scene to the next? Thank you very
Yeah,
much.
that's funny.
It's brutal.
Yet you read it, so
I did.
You tortured yourself.
I did.
And you know what? That is punishment for reading the books.
It is.
Yeah.
I didn't pay for them, thank goodness.
Ah.
I borrowed them. So at least I didn't contribute to that.
The Cronius just tweeted in 50 Shades of Geek. Yes, that is good.
Oh, yeah.
Mhm.
All right, so that is Geeky Dating Profile. Good job, everybody. Thank you for playing online. So before we get on out of here, Christina and Demetrius, why don't you once again give where people can check out Lusa?
Yeah, Google Lusa Revolts, and then you'll see all the videos there. You can also go to our twokidswithacamera.com website, which is our production company. You can check out Lusa there. So
That's an awesome name for production company.
Aw,
That's great.
And
cute.
I meant to mention earlier, by the way, your that bow and arrow thing you guys use in Lusa, that future bow thing, is awesome. It's like sick as
He
hell.
made that. He did that. All of the graphics and stuff Demetrius did.
You did all the special effect VFX?
yeah.
Holy shit,
So-
great job.
Whoa.
Thank you.
Interesting.
I was
Yes.
like, I need help with something.
We may be calling you. All right.
Call me up.
But Jeff, I was the same when I first saw. Like, I knew that we had written that she had this like laser bow and arrow, but when I finally saw what he made, I totally geeked out. I was like, oh my gosh, it's so cool.
Yes. Thank you. Thank you.
And where? What about where can people follow each of you on Twitter individually?
I'm Christina S. Wren on Twitter, and I'm Christina Wren on Instagram, and Christina Wren on Facebook.
That's Wren with a W, folks, by the way.
Wren,
W.
W-R-E-N.
Like the bird. and I'm Demetrius Wren on everything. So just Google that. I don't have any middle name. I wish I could put an initial in there, but my mom was like, the first name's long enough, bump the middle name.
You
So.
know what though? You could be like Harry Truman and just throw in an S as your middle name.
Oh wow!
Name, just throw in the initial.
Yeah, just pick one.
Just pick one.
What letter?
Q.
Demetrius.
Oh.
Q Wren.
Q-Wren.
I like that.
Q-Wren.
Q-Wren. That sounds like like spice.
Oh
it does.
Yeah.
Q Wren on it.
Yeah. Or Harry Potter spell or something.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
totally.
so.
Thanks so much for having us on, guys. This was a
Yeah.
blast.
Thank
Of course.
Thank you.
All right, so
guys.
folks, follow them. Check out Lusa. In March, be sure to, of course, check out Christina in Batman v Superman. I'm sure we don't have to tell you to watch that anyway. You're going to do it. But and him, maybe we'll have Christina back on around then, possibly.
I'd love it.
When she
Okay,
can
great.
tell us more about it.
Yeah, after it's out, and she can actually talk about it. Yeah.
Yeah.
But thank you for sharing both of you those stories from behind the scenes. That was great.
Cool. Thanks for
So,
having us.
And folks, thank you so much for watching. Of course, please also, if you've liked podcasts and you're listening to us on podcasts, check us out on League of Geeks Network on Blog Talk Radio, blogtalkradio.com/League of Geeks. We are part of that as well as our friends at SFP Now, that's Sci-Fi Pulse Now and Genretainment. So you can check all those shows out there. And next week we will have our amazing friends from Scotland, Amy Hoff, Alistair Reevy, and the gang from Caledonia. So they'll be up very early in the morning from Scotland. Anxious. They've been anxious because they make fun of our Scottish accents whenever we do the Geeky Accents game, and
So
they're
we're-
demanding we do it.
We are.
Wouldn't
But
it be
then we're-
hilarious
But
if
we're
we
going
did
to
though?
give them a bunch of crazy American type accents, or probably stuff like that, or other crazy things to do. So.
Yeah. We're going to do everything other than Scottish, guys.
Yeah.
Because you have an unfair advantage.
All right. So yes, huge thanks to Christina and Demetrius. Thank you guys so much. You're awesome. And thank you to everybody who is watching live. If you're watching the recorded version, if you're listening to the podcast, we really appreciate you. And definitely thank you for tuning in to this through 3-year anniversary show, and anybody who's been part of the show over the 3 years, our guests, fans, whoever, other co-hosts. Thank you so much. It's been an awesome ride, and we're not going anywhere anytime soon. So we're going to keep doing this every week. And we got some other, like Tanya referenced, some other exciting stuff we will tell you about soon about what we're going to be doing with Super Geeked Up.
And to basically stay up to date with what we're doing, you should subscribe to us on YouTube, because then as soon as we have a video comes out, you will be notified on your smartphone. So go over there after the show's over and make sure to subscribe and stay up to date with what we're doing.
Yes, that's youtube.com/SuperGeeked Up, and of course go to our website supergeekedup.com. I was trying to figure out, were you trying to do some kind of weird accent? You sounded
I
weird
was
when you
trying
said
to be
that.
like all those YouTubers that are like, make sure to subscribe.
Click
Oh.
the
Right
link
in this
below.
box right here. I don't
Okay,
know why
good.
I'm doing
Good
that.
job.
They don't talk like that, but I'm sorry.
That's her YouTuber voice.
If I were a YouTuber, that's what I'd be doing.
Okay. Well, we are on YouTube, so we
Yes,
are
I
kind
guess okay.
That's true.
So yes.
So we're being ourselves.
Yeah. All right. Anyway, yes, be sure be tuned in next week, 11 p.m. Eastern, 8 p.m. Pacific, with guests from Caledonia and other geeky stuff we'll be doing. To all our fellow people in the U.S., happy Thanksgiving, everybody. It's officially Thanksgiving now on the East Coast.
Happy Thanksgiving, everyone. I wish I was having turkey with you.
Well, you could if you came over to one of our houses. We would feed you.
Okay.
Okay, she's like, fine, I'll show up. I'll see you there.
Jeff, you're the closest?
Yes, I am. Oh, my sister and mom are amazing cooks, so yes, you should come.
Done.
I'll tell them we have one extra person. Good. All right, but yeah, happy Thanksgiving, everybody. Thank you for joining us on this pre-show Wednesday. I know a lot of people on Wednesdays apparently go out and party and get drunk. I don't know why, but they do it on Thanksgiving. That's what they in college. Everybody said that was the hugest day of the year because
Really?
I've never heard that in my life.
Yeah, no, all the college kids go home for break, and Wednesday night they all get home and party with all their friends. Yeah, that's
my Thanksgiving experience obviously is totally different from yours.
yeah. Well, no, I don't do that. But
Well,
that's. Yeah.
We don't have Thanksgiving at the same
Yeah, I
time.
know.
So
I know.
totally.
But yeah, I think thanks for geeking out with us instead. I think it's much cooler to do that. So. All right, so yeah, thanks everybody. We will see you next week. Until then, stay geeky, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.